There's strength in numbers, so form a clique that becomes an immediate sort of movement. So I'm gonna give an example from the music world here. So Questlove, who's the drummer for The Roots, and one of the keys to The Roots' early success, and they had been around for a while and like nothing was really happening. They were very different from what was going on in hip hop at the time, and they were a band and nobody quite really knew what to do with them. And they were critically acclaimed, but they weren't breaking through. And so they very specifically and strategically, I was just watching an interview with him and he talked about this. They very strategically were like, okay, we're going to partner up with a bunch of other musicians. And they created this clique called the Soulquarians. And it was Erica Badu and it was D'Angelo and all these sort of people. And they literally branded it. And all of a sudden, overnight, it was a movement. It was a scene. It was a thing much bigger than that. So now there are press articles about this group of artists that represent a certain aesthetic and a certain mindset and a certain belief, right? So trying to find some people in your space and going, you know what, let's team up. It can be informally, right? But let's promote each other's stuff. Let's maybe do some things together. Like they would each appear on each other's albums and those kinds of things. All of a sudden, it's a thing. And one of the things that he talked about was at that time in hip hop, you had sort of West Coast hip hop and you had East Coast hip hop and you had Southern hip hop. They weren't any of those things. And the people that the musicians that they teamed up with in this Soulquarians thing were actually from different cities. So it wasn't even like it was like the Philadelphia sound or the New York sound or whatever, but they had this shared thing that became a movement.